Hello, Cancer. You have unique gifts and talents, superpowers that I'm super excited to share with you in this video. And at the end, I'm going to give you 3 ways to work with your own energy so you feel more empowered, more confident to go after what you want in your life. Because here's the thing about you, Cancer. You're a go-getter. Not everyone realizes about you. They see you as warm, loving, nurturing, kind, but not everyone realizes you have a dynamo inside of you. You're on a mission. You have things you want to accomplish. And so let's get into all of these wonderful, interesting things about you and how you can work with your own energy for your success and your happiness. And make sure you stay tuned to the end because I have a gift for you that I will share at the end of this video. Okay, number 1, Cancer, you're ruled by the moon. The moon is, as we know, a gorgeous reflection of light. The moon is powerful. The moon makes people do all kinds of crazy things, howl, and more people on full moons end up in emergency rooms, and people stay up really late because it's energizing to them, all that light. So you have the ability to reflect light. You are deep down, Cancer. You have tremendous healing energy. You have the ability to move people's emotions as well. Have you ever had people tell you, I've never told anyone this before. Why am I telling you? I barely know you. People trust you. You have an innate ability for people to instill trust. And so people often, they just feel this about you. They just feel that they can trust you because you do have a huge heart. You are highly sensitive, and you know this, and you've probably been told by other people, you're too sensitive. How many of you have been told you're just too sensitive? Cancer, you're not too sensitive. This is your superpower. Your sensitivity gives you psychic ability. Your sensitivity protects you. There's a reason that as the Cancer crab has a shell on its back, it's for protection because you have such deep emotional waters. Literally, the waters of the universe run through you. You are the ocean. You are the shores. This is such a superpower of yours. You have the ability to just move energy with your deep waters. And so because of your tremendous emotional depth, Cancer, because of that, you need that protective shell on your back in order to not feel so emotionally vulnerable in the world. You can feel super vulnerable, and it's so important for you to have at least one person, if not several people in your life, that you can confide in. You are someone that people come to confide. People feel comfortable with you. They trust you. So they're going to come to you and they're going to, lean on you and maybe cry on your shoulder, and they're going to bear their emotional truths to you. They're going to bear their souls to you, and they're going to just know deep down that there's healing that's happening while they do that. Well, Cancer, you need that too. You need somebody that you can feel complete faith and trust in. And you may be somebody who has gone through situations of feeling betrayed and feeling abandoned. And one of the things that's so important with Cancers is that you don't place your trust in people that haven't earned it yet. And I know this is so much easier said than done because you're trustworthy, and because you have this deep, loving, unconditionally loving heart, you assume that other people have that as well. But they don't always have that. So it's very important to just take your time in getting to know people. The crab, it steps sideways, right? It moves sideways. It doesn't move head on. And you will probably be, and this is a good thing, you will probably, take your time, go slow when you get to know people so that they can earn your trust, Cancer. It's very important that people earn your trust. You don't just give it away to them, because when we give it away, of course, that's when we open ourselves up more to feeling betrayed or feeling abandoned. Or, here's the thing, Cancer. You have a strong sense of commitment in your relationships. You are willing to give so much of yourself in order to have a strong bond with another person. These bonds are your gold. This is like the glue of your life, is your bonds with other people. And you are willing to work hard in relationships to keep these bonds strong with other people. But you may have people who come into your life, especially as an empath, because cancers are empaths. They feel deeply. They're like psychic sponges and take on the energies of others. And it's very easy for empaths to end up in relationships with people who are more on the narcissistic end of the spectrum. And so you may have had a situation like this of you as the empath, somebody else as a narcissist, and just draining you of your energy. And it may have come on like as kind of a shock, like all of a sudden you realize that this person wasn't who you thought they were. And that's very shocking to the system of a Cancer. Very, very difficult. So it's really important that you trust your intuition. When something feels off, trust that there is something off. It may not be for the reason you think it is. Sometimes your subconscious mind gets triggered, and it could be a subconscious fear that is coming up. So you want to make sure that you give yourself the benefit of the doubt and investigate it. Talk with the other person, find out, get the lowdown, find out the truth. You will know. You have a radar for the truth. You have a BS detector, Cancer. You know when somebody is lying to you. You know it. So trust that, investigate, get to the truth. Cancer, you teach other people how to be a good person. You really do. You teach other people how to be a good person. You have a strong sense of character. Cancer, you are amazingly nurturing. You just have a knack of making other people feel warm and loved and taken care of. You are the person who's going to say, are you cold? Do you want a jacket? You go out in the sun. Do you need a hat? Can I bring you a blanket? Many of you Cancers like to cook for other people. At least bring them tea or some hot chocolate or something warm. You are super nurturing. This is your superpower. This is absolutely a superpower of yours, to nurture other people. You're also super creative, like super off the charts creative. You have an imagination like no other. You may not even realize how imaginative you are, but you do know that you like to create beauty. Your home is your sanctuary, absolutely your nest. Cancers love to nest. So I bet you have a beautiful home. You probably like to invite people over. When people come into your home, they probably say, wow, this is so beautiful. It feels so warm. It feels so inviting. This is another one of your superpowers, is to create a sanctuary wherever you go, actually. And in fact, have you noticed if you go to a restaurant, your spaces, you immediately sense the space, and if something feels off, and you often want to sit in the certain part of the restaurant. That's because you need to kind of create like a little sanctuary for yourself wherever you are. Cancer, you are the mama bear or the papa bear. You have the mother or the father archetype. You wrap your arms around whatever it is that you're taking care of. So you could have your own children, or you could be a teacher, or you could be a therapist or a healer. But whatever comes into your purview, whatever is you feel responsible for, you are going to nurture as if you were a parent. And you are fiercely protective of your young. You are fiercely protective of your children, of your students, whoever you take care of. If somebody crosses you when it comes to your kids or whoever you take care of, you will become a fierce protector. Cancer, in the tarot deck, your card is the Chariot. This is the card of forward movement, of like fire burning in the belly and deciding to go for it. This is a goddess who is driving this chariot, led by these two winged horses with this being, this blue being arched over, representing protection, representing connection to the stars, to the powerful forces of the universe, to universal intelligence. The Chariot is an incredible card of motivation, of fortitude, of go-gettingness. So this is you, Cancer. You are, you have your own ambition within you. You have things that you want to do, that you want to create, that you have done, that you want to do in the future. You are a force to be reckoned with. And like I said, not everybody sees this in you, but once they get to know you, and you also have the ability, because you are water, because you're cardinal water. Cardinal is the initiation, the leadership, the going for it, new beginnings. And then the water it's like you have this psychic ability to time things perfectly. You have an incredible sense of timing. Just when it's time to make the right move, your little crab self and makes your move. And you surprise people sometimes with that move. You can catch people off guard. It's like, there you are, and you're speaking your truth, and you are showing your true colors and all of your empowered beingness, and you have a strong effect on people in that way, a powerful effect on people. Okay, so let's look at the 3 things that you can do to really maximize your power in the world and just to feel better within yourself, to feel more empowered. Number 1, setting clear boundaries. Now, you probably know this well, Cancer, but you really need to be clear on your boundaries and express your needs to other people. Not everyone knows what you need. Not everyone knows what you're thinking. Because you have this uncanny psychic ability, you can easily assume that people know what you need and what you're thinking, but you need to express that to other people. And if somebody is not able to honor your boundaries, then as hard as it is for you to let go, try to let them go until and unless they are ready to honor your boundaries. Otherwise, you'll feel drained and you'll be like, why am I not getting more accomplished? Tip number 2, accept people at face value. People show you who they are. I know this is a really hard one, but when they show you who they are, when they can't show up for you the way you show up for them, try to accept it, try to let it go. The hardest thing for Cancers to do is to let go. But when you do, so much energy opens up to you. So many new opportunities and possibilities open up to you. And tip number 3, don't overgive. Again, very difficult to do because you have a big heart and you want to give all you have to give. But if that's not being reciprocated, you're going to feel hurt. You're going to feel disappointed. You may even feel abandoned or betrayed, and that comes at a big cost. So if people can't show up for you the way you show up for them, again, try to let them go. Other people will come in who can do that for you. So Cancer, if you would like a personal reading, we touched on your sun sign here. You also have a moon sign and a rising sign, and your planets are placed in all different locations in your chart. Plus, we have the current transits. So if you are going through any sort of a transition, if you'd like to know more about your career, about relationship decision, any kind of decisions that you're making, or you want to create a new vision, go to my website and book a personal astrology reading with me or a coaching session with me. And it will be so my joy to support you in that way. So thank you so much for your time and your presence, being here, listening, and for your likes and your comments. I love connecting with you. Let me know if anything resonated for you in this video. And make sure and subscribe so you don't miss the next video. And I'm sending you all my love. Bye, Cancer.